Hi Year 6, welcome back. It's me, Miss Mac, again today, talking to you about your writing and how we're going to be moving on with our poems and our poetry. So today we're going to be writing our third verse, sorry. Yesterday you did the first and second verse, and today we're going to be focusing on pulling together some words and phrases for a word and phrases bank for our third verse. So let's have a little look at my screen. So just like we did, oops, sorry, wrong slide. Just like we did yesterday. Oh no, that was the right slide. Today, we're going to be creating another mind map or word bank for your words and phrases for your third verse. Now this third and final verse is going to be looking at conveying that feeling of the impact of the air raid after you've left the shelter. So when you emerge from the shelter, what could you see? What will it look like? Think back to those images that we looked at in our history last week. The houses that have been bombed and destroyed, just reduced to rubble. And we've got a number of other photographs. Some of these were some of the photographs that we looked at last week in history as well. And another extract from Letters from the Lighthouse, the book that you've been looking at in Book Talk this week. So that's the first thing you're going to need to do today, is bring together your words and phrases for this final verse, focusing on the impact of the air raid on the city and what you see and smell and hear and feel after you leave the underground air raid shelter. Then, after you've got that and you've pulled together you've got your 3 different word banks, either as a mind map or as a word bank, a sort of list of words, however you prefer to set that out. Then after that, you can start to think about how you're going to pull this together into a poem. So just like we did before when we were in school and we were looking in our book weeks, we were looking at the quiet music of Gently Falling Snow, and we were creating our collaborative poems in our groups. You could start to write out your favourite words and phrases onto a scrap of paper. It could be a strip of paper, a post-it note, it doesn't have to be anything. It'd be some scrap paper, writing on the back of that, on a blank sheet, the back of a blank sheet of scrap paper, and starting to write down some of those words and phrases. And then thinking about, so you've got your verse 1 and thinking about how you're going to order those. So what should come first? What's got the most impact? How do you want to order these ideas? And this is just a starting point for you to start to draft your poem. Once you've sort of started to order, this is the beginning of the outline of your poem. And what I recommend is, if you've used some scraps of paper or some post-it notes, perhaps if it's post-it notes, you might be able to have them stuck down on a piece of paper. But if it's just scraps of paper, maybe take a little photograph if you can. Otherwise, it might be when you come to look at it tomorrow, they're all jumbled up. Or if you can't take a photograph, write them down, just jot them down into your book or onto a piece of paper so you have them ready for you for tomorrow. So when we come back tomorrow, we'll be writing our poems. So I look forward to seeing you then and seeing what we've got to do with our poems.